Hey everyone, Piano Man Chuck here, and most of you know that song. It's Pink Floyd's Great Gig in the Sky off of the Dark Side of the Moon album. And the reason it sounds so good when a pianist plays it is because of the sustain or damper pedal. And if you try and play the same song without a sustain or damper pedal because your pedal broke or for some reason you're without one, it would sound completely different. It would sound like this. Horrible, right? It's almost unrecognizable. So if your pedal broke and you try to compensate by holding the notes rather than going out and getting another sustain pedal, it would sound something like this. Basically, it's irreparable. You cannot repair it with a broken sustain pedal. It's just not the same song. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because a few days ago, at a gig that I was doing, my sustain or damper pedal broke. And I happened to have a spare with me because of a lesson I learned from 3 years ago when I had a broken one and I did not have a replacement sustain or damper pedal. So even if you go ahead and buy something like a Casio Privia or a Yamaha that happens to come with one of these cheap little pedal switches, and a sustain or a damper pedal is nothing more than an on-off switch. Unless your keyboard supports half pedaling, then you can get a half damper pedal, which is more expensive to support that feature. But basically, whether you have full half pedaling capability built into your keyboard or not, it will always support one of these switch pedals. So if you bought one of those models and you got one of these switches, chances are you don't even know where it is. You probably threw it in a drawer someplace or whatever. Save it. I happen to put this with my gig bag, so I always have a spare damper switch. And it came in handy because, like I said, 3 days ago it broke. And without this, it would have been horrible. And 3 years ago, when I had that problem, when the sustain or damper pedal broke and I didn't have a replacement, oh my God, that was the worst 3 hours of my life for that gig. So I had to try and hold all the notes like I just tried to do, but it can't be done on certain songs. This is a cheap little switch and it will save you in a gig where you have a damper pedal that broke. You will wish you had one of these things. So, and this is what most people go out and buy. This happens to be a Korg DS1H. This is a half damper pedal. Professional, looks great. Now they have a replacement of DS2H. The DS stands for damper sustain, Model 1 H for half damper, or 2, Model 2 for half damper. Feels good, got just the right materials on the back and so on and so forth. It's a great pedal. But the purpose of this video is to get you, as a gigging pianist, to give you this advice. Always carry a spare. Always, always, always. That way you won't be humiliated at a gig where you don't have any pedal at all. Try playing the songs that you play, especially as a solo pianist with no band to hide behind. It's just not the same without a spare one of these. So my best advice to you, and to start out 2018 with this great piece of advice: always carry a spare. So I hope this piece of advice has been helpful to you. Piano Man Chuck, peace out. Thanks for watching.